last night's home run derby was supposed to be a coronation for Shohei Ohtani. Didn't quite work out that way. Ohtani was knocked out in the opening round by Juan Soto, and then the defending champ Pete Alonso put on a show. You know, the air in Coors Field in Denver certainly helped. The Mets slugger hit some of the longest home runs we've ever seen in a home run derby, and he ended up beating the Orioles' Trey Mancini in the finals. Alonso looks like he was built to win a contest like this, and it didn't even look like he was swinging hard. Once he got into a rhythm, easy stroke, and the ball was flying in the Colorado air last night. And maybe it wasn't the Ohtani display that we expected, so we'll have to wait until maybe tonight in the real All-Star game. But thanks to Alonso's impressive power, it was still a pretty impressive, pretty entertaining evening. Now, I'm going to nitpick a little bit because they're trying to speed up the home run derby, and therefore you're on the clock. You didn't get to see the ball land on a lot of these home runs. You just had to take Carl Ravage's word that it was a home run. Now, there was something about Chris Berman putting the emphasis on the home run that you knew it was a home run. Whereas Ravi, I think with the split screen, it didn't do I think it did a disservice to the actual, hey, we're watching long home runs. We want to see how far they're going to, go. Where do they land? And it was just so rapid fire. But you did have great storylines there. Would have liked Ohtani to go a little bit further? Yes. Alonso was great. What a wonderful interview afterwards. He talked about, hey, I wanted to be in this. I owe this to the fans. When I was young, I wanted to be in the home run derby. And he's made almost as much money winning the home run derby as he has from the Mets in his 3 years there. It's just, I think, around $2.7 million he's made from the Mets in 3 years, and he's made $2 million winning the home run derby. But,
Stat of the day,
whoa.
Stat of the day,
Right out of the gate. All right. Yeah, no, go ahead. Ramp it up.
Seemed like a decent stat.
Yeah, no, it is an interesting stat that he's made almost as much from winning the home run derby as he has with the Mets. Yeah, but that was fun. Great storylines there, atmosphere. We didn't have the home run derby a year ago. Alonso won it the previous year, therefore he's gone back to back. I think Ken Griffey Jr. and Yoenis Cespedes are the two have gone back to back. But it was a fun night, and just to see Ohtani out there. And I give him a lot of credit because you got, these Astros who are playing the victims and they don't want to be going to the All-Star game because, God forbid, they might get booed. Ohtani is in the home run derby. He's going to pitch tonight and he's going to lead off. I mean, that's great. Like, I love that you understand the role there. And I know that there was the story that came out with Stephen A. Smith yesterday that, hey, for the betterment of the game, he should learn English, and he's speaking through a translator. Therefore, nobody really is able to, embrace Shohei Ohtani, understand him as a personality there. Now, he did do interviews yesterday, and I don't know if it's just a coincidence that whatever Stephen A. Smith was saying, and the fact that Ohtani and his translator did an interview yesterday. I just know when I was growing up, I never once said, gosh, I wonder what kind of personality Hank Aaron has. I never once said, God, I wonder what Willie Mays is really like. Now, it's a different generation. We do want more from our stars. I understand that. Like Mike Trout's been criticized. Hey, come on, you got to be out there. You got to be a personality. Well, that's just not who he is. But with Shohei Ohtani, what I'm seeing when he plays speaks volumes. Now, if he's learning the language, wants to learn the language, he's going to go through a translator. We've had stars who've done this before. There's guys who spoke English, who didn't say anything. Steve Carlton famously didn't say anything for decades. Tom Brady never said anything for 15 years, right? So I don't want to say, oh, Shohei Ohtani, you got to do these interviews. And I don't know what Stephen A. Smith's mindset is. I mean, it could be altruistic by saying, look, this is for the betterment of the game. I don't think he realized what he was saying in the moment, doubled down on it, and then, apologized. But I'm watching. That's when as a fan, I watch. I want to watch greatness. I don't need to hear greatness. Part of, the sports society now is everybody wants to tell you how great they are, and they're not. I want to see how great you are. And Shohei Ohtani is great. He's the unicorn. This is unique, what he's doing. We want to compare him to Babe Ruth. He's different. I mean, Babe just did this for a short period of time. Ohtani is elite as a pitcher, but he could be all world as a hitter, and he wants to continue. Babe decided in 1919, hey, I don't want to pitch anymore. And he was a great pitcher. I mean, imagine if Jacob deGrom showed up today and said to the Mets, I think I'd like to play right field. And I don't want to pitch anymore. That's what happened with Babe Ruth. Babe was, winning 20 games. And he said, hey, I'm going to be a hitter. Shohei Ohtani is doing this in the moment. Now, do I like it? No. Because I don't want to lose him his bat if something happens to his arm again. That's really the important part of all of this. You had Tommy John a year ago. So, we're a little less than 2 years removed from that. I just don't want to lose the bat in the lineup. And his manager, Joe Madden, will join us on the show tomorrow. And I don't know whose call it's going to be, but I'm enjoying it in the moment. And the translator and Ohtani, did an interview yesterday, and I thought that it was a great exchange. Pedro Martinez was talking to Ohtani through the translator and was saying, when you're on the mound, are you thinking as a pitcher or are you thinking as a hitter? Because, and it really, it was a great question by Pedro. I'm going to guess we'll get more details. Remember Ichiro? Fabulous player, Hall of Famer. Yao Ming, I remember interviewing him with his translator. Do I want that? Yeah. But do I need that? No. Do I want to see you great? Yes. Do I need to have you tell me how great you are? No. But what we see with Shohei Ohtani last night, and we're going to see that tonight, but, it's really amazing what he's done. He's hit 30 home runs and made 10 starts. Like, nobody's done that. At least 30 home runs and 10 starts in the same year. And he's done it in 81 games. Like, it's just remarkable. As much as we want to say, well, he's Babe Ruth, he's different than Babe Ruth. And in some ways, he's better than Babe Ruth. This is a guy who has elite speed, elite power, and an elite arm. It just doesn't happen. And I hope he stays healthy. Do I like that we don't see those games? It's West Coast, it's the Angels. Yeah, okay. That's not his fault. Not everybody can play for the Yankees or the Dodgers, but would I like to see him on display a little bit more? Absolutely. But even last night, it was a nice cameo, and it was a nice warm-up to what we're going to have tonight. He's going to pitch. Baseball bending the rules, I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. Make an exception here. It's an all-star game. Promote the game. And they did. Have fun with it. That's what we want to see. Sometimes you have to give the fans what they want to see. As strange as that may sound, give them what they want to see. Something that's unique.